Oh, Jeff Buckley. Jeff Buckley, where art thou, dream brother? Oh, Jeff Buckley. You guys familiar with his music? With his life? Out, brief candle. No, he was not Shakespearean. He was not Shakespearean. Jeff Buckley wrote some of the finest songs I've ever heard. Jeff Buckley, here's another case of an artist, a musician I discovered. What's up, dude? I discovered just after he had passed. So Jeff Buckley, I think he was born in California, made his way to New York City to live the life of his dreams, and lived in the city, and started playing at, I think it was a coffee house or something, who knows, Chennai. People saw him, the right people saw him, and the next thing you knew, he had an album and another album. When his big time debut, I think it's called Grace, it's got him with the microphone on the cover. That thing broke through, and people did not know what to do with it. They had no idea what is going on here. The music on that record was ahead of radio. It was as unradio as you can possibly get. You may be familiar with his cover of Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. So Hallelujah, actually, you know what, it's Broken Record, Malcolm Gladwell and Rick Rubin, I think they do I think it was on this podcast, they do a whole show on the song Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. It is well worth checking out. Go do it. Bookmark it. This guy thinks I'm pointing at him, sorry. Sorry, dude. Go check that out. Hallelujah, written by Leonard Cohen. 250 verses long. It's, you know, 250 years to write. Well, Jeff Buckley heard Hallelujah, actually heard John Cale, that version of it. John Cale, you've heard that if you've seen Shrek. Hallelujah, you know, the one with the guy with the what is he, Scottish? The guy with that voice. Well, John Cale learned the Leonard Cohen song, took the verses that he liked. Jeff Buckley heard the John Cale version, took the verses he liked, and sang the best version, the most moving, the most incredible. And every live version by Jeff Buckley is different. He throws little snippets of like a Smith song or something else, you know, kind of in the middle of it. They really deconstruct into this beautiful whatever, and then he comes back around. But so you've probably heard Hallelujah because, well, when I first heard Jeff Buckley sing that on the Grace album, and I had to learn that song, so I learned it, and I used to play it, and people wanted me to play it, and so any coffee house I was at, or gathering or whatever where I had my guitar, I'd play Hallelujah. Well, then it was like everybody started to discover the song at once, and now everybody, you go to any show, yeah, I mean, you know, who knows, maybe you see like Alice Cooper cover it at some, I don't know, I like Alice Cooper. But anyway, so everybody started covering it, and I was like, I don't play it anymore unless somebody specifically asks for it. But Hallelujah wasn't necessarily my favorite song. What happens to me is the favorite song or the best song on an album, you know, seldom remains my favorite song. I heard him do Lilac Wine, and man, that's a cover song, another cover. But he makes, the thing about Jeff Buckley when he covers songs is he makes them his own. These other artists wrote them and held on to them for a brief time, just like somebody builds a beautiful race car or something, or a motorcycle, but then somebody else makes it their own in the race. Jeff Buckley made these songs his own. What's up, dude? So you'd swear they were written for him. You know what I'm saying? And maybe maybe somehow, you know, on a spiritual level, maybe they were written for him. You don't always know why you're building something or whatever, but if you build it, they will come. But I'm not talking about Hallelujah, and I'm not talking about Lost Myself on a Cool Damn Night. I'm not talking about Lilac Wine. What I want to talk about is his song, which I think is his most beautiful, perfect, what's up, dude, heart-wrenching song. It's called Opened Once, and it's from his sketches, from My Sweetheart the Drunk, that album. Opened Once. What's up, dude? Oh, that's not a bike. Can you write a song from the moment of your death? Can you do that? This song, man, it hits me so hard. In case you don't know much about Jeff Buckley, he died really young. In 1997, he was making an album. He was waiting for his band to show up to actually record it. So he had written all these sketches of songs. And he was in Memphis, Tennessee. The Mississippi River is there. And there's a slackwater channel. I think it's called the Wolf River. Comes off the Mississippi. It's part of the Mississippi. And it's unbelievably dangerous. Barges roll down and they create these like almost riptides that will just suck you in. And he went in fully clothed just to cool off or whatever, and he never came up. And they found him days later. You know, a boat was passing by. They looked down, and there's a guy down there. There's a body. It was Jeff. He was gone. One of the great tragedies. Unbelievable. Because every video you see, every interview, he's so alive and so now. He is now. He's as present as a person can be. So the fact that he's gone is irreconcilable to many people, even though it was so long ago. You know? But this song, Opened Once, it's a sketch, right? So he's still kind of working out the kinks in the song. And yeah, maybe I should turn around here. I don't have all the time in the world today. So it's imperfect. People have misheard tons of the lyrics in that song because it's, you know, he's not singing particularly clear or whatever. So actually I'm gonna turn over here. So there's a lot of room for misinterpretation in this particular song, and I think that is absolutely perfect, because it's the rare occasion where this song can mean everything or anything to anyone. Right from the beginning, he's like, I once was opened something with a traveling heart. People here, it's trembling heart, but traveling heart works just as well, you know. And the premise of the song is like, you know, in the half light where we both stand, in the half light you see me as I am, or in the last verse, you saw me as I am. And what happens at the end, it talks about the sunset, you know, the sunset forgetting that I ever happened, you know. And you get this sunset, and there's a river image in there, you know, and what you do, that experience over the pain of other people, causes the rain to fall, you know, that refreshing rain or whatever. And this is my interpretation, but the sunset forgetting that I ever happened, and just picturing him in the Mississippi, drowned, and the river flows on. It's not that the river has no idea, if you're using the metaphor. It's just, a river is so much bigger and so much you know, you can imagine, it just forgets. But Jeff was such a big, such a vibrant human at that time, so full of life and fire and everything, that man, it's incredible the vastness of time and experience that someone of that magnitude could just be forgotten. You know, forget that I ever happened. And I love the word, I love that phrase, forget that I ever happened, because we happen, right? Just the state of being is active. I am. You are. If you're listening to this, you exist. Existing is a verb. It's what we do. And this river, just forgetting that, and the sunset, perfect image. And to me, it evoked Langston Hughes, the Negro speaks of river. Of rivers. He talks about the Congo. He talks about the Nile. You know, raise the pyramids above. He talks about the Mississippi when its bosom grows all golden in the sunset, right? And that same Mississippi, that same sunset, right? That hugeness, that vastness of life, and oh, what a song! It's a killer. It's a punch in the guts, you know. And boy, I think it's as beautiful, and the sparse, because it's unfinished. You know, he's kind of singing over himself a couple times, and you know, there's certain things that I'm sure would have been ironed out, but no, it's more like a watercolor, but not soft, not bright, and you know, Easter colors as a watercolor. It's deep. That Mississippi, his bosom's grown all golden in the sunset. Thank you, Langston Hughes, for that beautiful image. I mean, Opened Once, Jeff Buckley. Not a lot of covers of that song out there on YouTube yet. I think it's one of those songs people will discover it, you know, and cover it until it's no fun anymore. But for now, it's my favorite Jeff Buckley song. I can't. It hurts so much. It reminds me of, you know, I was going through a really tough time, and people didn't know about it. Super tough. Dealing with tremendous mental and emotional health issues, and I had a window I used to sit out on the 3rd floor in a city, the city of Braintree, Massachusetts. You sit outside the window in the window frame in the 3rd story, nothing beneath my feet. I'd be blitzed out of my mind, and just watching the skunks root around in the trash cans 3 floors below, with such a huge heavy in my belly. It was inexpressible except through music and poetry. And it's like the music of certain artists and the poetry of certain writers really helped get me through an otherwise fatal period in my life, you know? So, man, what can I say but thank you? I'm so grateful. Someday I'd love to write a song or a poem that can be as meaningful to somebody. It just gets you through one more night, just one more night, till the sun comes up again, you know? Beautiful. I'm glad I'm here, man. I'm glad I'm here. You know, like a couple friends of mine say, don't quit before the miracle happens. You know, this life, it's unpredictable. We could come, we could go at any time. But don't quit before the miracle happens. If you don't know if the miracle has happened yet, it hasn't. So you stick around, because it's worth waiting for. Alright guys, I'm Matt the Greeter. I care about you. Thanks so much for riding along with me today. I will check in with you soon. Make it to midnight. And tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's brand new. Thank God. Alright guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.